Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Sweet Tips here, and today what we're going to do is we're going to fire up the Beast, which is my 6-liter silver cell. The 6-liter cell, I use about 1,000 grams of pure silver to create a electrolyte that's about 150 grams per liter of silver. So we're going to measure out 1,000 grams here. All right, there's 1,042 grams of pure silver crystal harvested from a previous silver cell run. Let's move this jar up to the heat source up here. Get this ready to dissolve that silver. Before I get going with this, I wanted to show you this is the cement silver from a previous silver cell run here, and what this is this is the electrolyte from my 3.5 liter silver cell. And after the electrolyte has served its purpose, which is to transmit the silver ions, or transfer the silver ions from the anode filter basket through the electrolyte and down into the cathode, where those silver ions, they played out on the inside of the cathode. This is a piece of copper in here, and none of the silver that I use up here will get used up. It will tend to deposit on the cathode as the silver cell runs, and will turn right back into pure silver crystal. But I need this to form the electrolyte to allow the silver cell to run. Any of the silver in here that doesn't get deposited on the cathode will end up as spent electrolyte like this. And I just add this little piece of copper in here and cement the silver out of the solution. And then I'll use the cemented silver down here, take it out, rinse all the blue liquid off of it, melt it in the shot, and then run it through the electrolytic silver cell. Now what we'll do is we'll add some distilled water to the silver up here on our heat source. You can add it to about the 1.5 liter level. I took it up to, let's see, what is that? That's about 1 liter. That's enough for now. It takes about 0.8 milliliters of nitric acid to dissolve 1 gram of pure silver. So what I'll do, I got 1,000 grams in here that I want to dissolve. I'm going to measure out 800 milliliters of nitric acid, and we'll use this nitric acid to dissolve the pure silver in our beaker over here to make our electrolyte. Nitric acid. Cover this up, set it back over here out of the way. And what I'll do is I'm going to add about another 500 milliliters of distilled water to the silver in this beaker. So I put it up to about the 1.5 liter level. Now what we'll do is go ahead and start adding some of this nitric acid into the silver and start dissolving the pure silver to make silver nitrate electrolyte for the silver cell. Here we go. added about half of that nitric acid. And we'll just put the cover on, let this react for a little bit until it calms down, and then I'll add some heat. What I'm doing here is using hot dilute nitric acid to dissolve that 1 kilo of silver in the bottom of the beaker. And when I get done with the reaction, I'll have about 1 kilo of pure silver dissolved in 2 liters of liquid. And I let this cook until all the fumes clear up, and I've got just a little bit of silver left down in the bottom of the beaker. Okay, we've got the electrolyte completed. All the fumes inside there are gone, which tells me that all the nitric acid has been consumed during the reaction, and that's important so that we don't throw out fumes as we operate the cell. So I'm going to turn this off, let it cool down. I've allowed the electrolyte to cool completely. Now what we're going to do is set up a filter here and filter the solution. All right, we got the solution filtered. Take this funnel off of here. Stick it back here out of the way. There's probably 100 grams of pure silver left down in the bottom of this beaker. I'm going to add a little bit of distilled water. A little bit of nitric acid to dissolve a little bit more of this silver that's in here. And what we'll do is use this as spare electrolyte to replenish the electrolyte in the silver cell as it runs, because the electrolyte does become depleted as the cell runs, and due to evaporation, the electrolyte level will drop as the cell runs. Here's our filtered electrolyte. Notice that the solution is clear and colorless like water. It's got the rinse water sitting on top of the silver nitrate. That's why it looks like that. The two densities of liquids mixing together. But that's our pure silver nitrate solution. Should be about 1,000 grams of pure silver dissolved in this electrolyte. Here's the silver cell that we're going to be using. This is our 6-liter silver cell, big one. This thing should crank out about 10 troy ounces of pure silver per day. Here's our anode basket, and then I've got a little spacer on top of here to support the impure silver that we add into this thing. I do this a little differently than the 3.5 liter cell. Here's our vacuum cleaner bag that I'm using. It's a Dacron vacuum cleaner filter bag. And what I'm going to do with this now is just turn it inside out so I can find that tag. I don't want the tag down in there. And we're just going to press this down into the anode filter basket like this. Here's our impure silver shot that we're going to refine. This is cement silver that's been melted into these granules. I get this from my gold refining. I use sterling silver to refine gold. Then I recover the silver from that and form these granules. And this is about 98% impure silver. I'm going to dump it right on in here. That's probably about a kilo or so, maybe 700 grams, I guess, of impure silver down in the anode filter basket. Here I use a pair of sharp scissors to cut away the excess anode filter material. I'm going to try to put this little spacer in here. This just keeps the filter up out of the way from the filter. This is kind of a crummy design. I don't like this very well, but it works once I get it in there. There, that should do it. I'm going to set the anode basket in here. And then we're going to place this out of the way over here. And now what we'll do is set up our cathode connection. It's just a steel hose clamp with a copper strap that goes underneath of it. Just like that. And then we just tighten it up. There it is. Now we're going to add the electrolyte. This is 1,000 grams of pure silver dissolved in minimal nitric acid, and all the nitric acid has been consumed out of here. You don't want a whole bunch of excess nitric in this electrolyte, because then it could start reacting with the silver, and as it plates out or deposits on a cathode and creating some fumes. So we get as much of the nitric out of here as possible when we're making this stuff. Here's some markings on the back of the bowl. What I'm going to do now is add some distilled water until we get up to that 6-liter level. Distilled water. And what I'll do is I'll stir this up as I add the water, so we have a consistent mixture. And this should produce electrolyte that's about 150 grams of pure silver per liter concentration for our electrolyte. I've got this filled to just below the 6-liter mark back here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run it at that level and see what happens here. I've got the 3.5-liter cell dialed in real good. That thing works perfect. But I'm still having a few issues with the 6-liter cell. And I may incorporate some design changes with this thing. I'm going to put the anode filter full of the impure shot on the top here. And if you look down inside, we should have contact with the bottom of that anode basket submerged in the electrolyte to complete the circuit through the cell. I've got my green cathode wire connected to the cathode connection in the back of the cell there, the copper strap that is making contact with the cathode bowl. The stainless steel bowl is the cathode. The entire bowl acts as the cathode for this cell. Here's my anode electrode bar. I can use this over and over if I keep it up out of the electrolyte down in there. Just going to set it on top of the impure silver in the anode basket there. We're going to connect this to the positive side of our power supply. Here we go. We're ready to fire this thing up. I have some of these cathode bars for sale, but I'm not listing them on eBay anymore. And if you want one of these, you can contact me directly and we can get one shipped out to you. They're $450, $450 for the anode electrode bars. All right, let's see what we got for current flow through the cell. We're going to energize the power supply. Here we go. Negative to the cathode, positive to the anode. Here we go. 0. Okay, I just realized I've got the negative side, the cathode connection, connected to the ground instead of to the negative side. So we'll change this up. Now we should have some current flow in here. Let's see what we get. There we go. Looks like we got over 4 amps of current flow through the cell. The cell's been operating now for about, I guess about an hour. There's our current flow. 3.5 volts in constant voltage mode. Let's take a look down in here and see what we got going on inside the cell after about an hour of operation. Oh yeah, you can see the silver crystals have already begun to form down in there. The solution has turned a little tint of blue, and that's from the copper that's in the impure silver up here in the anode filter basket. It's about 2% copper, 98% silver, and that's what we're running feedstock. So this thing should crank out about 10 troy ounces of pure silver per day. So we're going to go ahead and keep track of this, and I'll give you some periodic updates as the cell progresses. And this will conclude the video. Thank you for watching.